equals x squared minus 2x
Okay.
plus 1.
Okay.
So all over 2x squared
Okay.
minus 2.
Minus 2. Okay. The very first thing, I did say do the 7-step process, but I wrote it out for you. Simplify, are there holes? Can you simplify this, guys? Does it factor out?
Yeah.
To what?
X minus 1 squared.
X minus 1 times x minus 1 or x minus 1 squared like you said. Does the bottom factor? 2 times what? X what?
X minus 1.
No.
X squared is.
X squared minus 1. But does x squared minus 1 factor?
Yeah.
It's the difference of two perfect squares. So it's x plus 1 over, no, sorry, times x minus 1 over 2 times what?
X plus 1 x minus 1. Oh.
Okay, now, what happens here?
The numerator is supposed to be x minus 1.
Ah,
2 x minus 1, so you have a plus and minus.
wait, did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
The first numerator of the fraction you just wrote is x plus 1. It should be x minus 1.
X minus 1. Oh, right here?
No,
No, next one.
over one more.
Over
Yeah?
That should be a
Oh,
negative.
this guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're right, you're right. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Here comes the new function. What is the new function? X minus 1 over what?
2x plus 1.
Plus 1. This is the new function that you and I are going to look at. Guys, you're supposed to tell me there's a hole though, right? Where's the hole?
1?
Hole at, okay, right here. What's the 0 coming out of this guy?
It's 1.
1. Okay, how do you get the y value?
Plug in.
Well, go to the new function right here. Plug that in. What do you get?
0.
0 over, it doesn't really matter, I guess. 0 over, that would be 2, which is really just 0, isn't it? So where do we have a hole? At 1, 0. That's it. Now we know that. If you want to, go to your graph. Put a hole in it. Put a hole at 1, 0. I'll do that later. Okay, what's next? Vertical?
Domain.
Oh, domain. Domain and vertical are kind of tied together. Let's do the vertical. Vertical asymptote. What is it? Comes out the bottom, guys. Look right here. When will this equal 0? When x is what? Negative 1, isn't it? Yep, negative 1. Horizontal. This is kind of your memory now. If the top degree and the bottom degree are exactly the same, then it's leading coefficient over leading coefficient. This is x to the first, this is x to the first, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's 1x to the first. This is what?
2.
2x to the first. So what is it? 1/2. It's leading coefficient over leading coefficient. 1 over 2. Okay, what's next? X-intercept?
Domain.
Oh, domain. Okay, let's go back to domain. Domain is what? Everything works except, yeah, it's the vertical asymptote. You don't get any answers. Okay. All right, next, but where are we at? Oh, x-intercepts. How do you get the x-intercept?
Plug 0.
No. Set the numerator equal to what? 0. What's the numerator? X minus 1 equals 0, but that means x equals what? 1. So the x-intercept is 1, 0. But guys, look at 1, 0 here. We called 1, 0 a hole. So yeah, it's the x-intercept, but it's a hole. It's a hole right here. Okay, what about the y-intercept? This one is where you stick what in? 0 for x. Go get your y. Here we go. Goes here. It goes here. Help. On top you get negative 1. And over 2. Yep. Negative 1/2. Got it. There it is. Okay. Next question. Does it cross the what? Horizontal. Now hang on. I got to remember this. X minus 1 over. Okay. Okay. So x minus 1 over 2 times x plus 1. Does it cross the horizontal? The horizontal is 1/2. Set your function equal to the horizontal and say, does this ever touch 1/2? Well, solve it. How do you solve it? Yeah, it's a proportion. It's a fraction equal to a fraction. Just cross multiply and set them equal. 1 times this. Well, 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times this is 2x plus 2, right? What's this? 2x what? Minus 2. Okay, move that over. They just kind of cross out, don't they? Subtract 2, subtract 2x. So now you got negative 2 equals 2. Is that true? No. Does it cross? No crossing going on, guys. None. And that is just information for you, which is good information, by the way. Okay. Now you're ready. Let's go graph it. Okay. It looks like this. This. Tell me the vertical, because I can't remember.
X equals -1.
-1? Okay, right here. Tell me the horizontal. Y equals -1/2? Or was it positive? Was it positive or
Yeah,
negative?
that's positive.
Positive? Okay. Here's positive 1/2 right here. Okay. And then there was a hole where, guys?
1, 0.
That 1, 0, right about here. Hole. Okay. Was there a y-intercept? -1/2. Okay, I'll call that like, here's -1, so -1/2. So this is what I know so far. Is there any more information? Probably not, right? Okay, step 6. Go get yourself a couple points and figure this out. I think you probably already know this. If I continue this way, guys, look, watch my pen. Can I ever penetrate this? No, it's going down. I do know I'm never going to penetrate what? The horizontal. I said that. So I do know it goes underneath. But here's what I want. Just go get me, let's go get a point 3. 3 goes with what? The function was x minus 1 over 2 times x plus 1. Put the number 3 in. What do you get? 2 over what? 8, which is 1/4. So put 3 in, you get a 4th. It's about here. You can see it climbing. It's never going to cross. Just ride it underneath the horizontal. And then here, you do know it can never penetrate verticals. Never. Okay, what don't I have? The left side of the vertical, so pick a couple numbers. Like what? -2. What else? Maybe a -3. Okay, ready? -2. Whoops, let's change colors. -2 goes in. Okay, just put it right here. Put it right here. -3 over -4? Yeah, I think it's -3. Oh, no. It's positive, isn't it? Positive 3/4, which is right about, okay, 3/4. This is 1/2, this is 1. So 3/4 is probably in this area right there. Okay. Just to make sure I'm in the right quadrant, let's just try -3. Okay, help me out. -3 goes in here. Here. What do you get on top?
Oh. -2.
I get -4.
Oh.
-3, -1 is -4. Okay, 2 times -3 plus 1 is -2. -2 times 2 is -4. What are we getting? Anyway, did I do something wrong?
Yeah, that's 2, not 4. 3 over
This one is?
the upper part.
That one right
That's 3 over 2? Oh, sorry, my bad. What? And that's 1.5. So negative, okay, 1.5, here's 2. So you're sitting more here, guys. Not here, not here. Okay, what about the -3 though? Am I doing that right? I'm getting 1, is that right? -4, yep. -2, yeah, I did that right. That's just 1, isn't it? Okay, so cross that out, it's just 1, which is right here. So I see it going like this and this. Sorry, it's kind of messy, I know. Yours is probably looking better than mine. I just have too much work around here. I'm done, just so you know, I'm done. I have a hole right there. You will have a hole in your quiz tomorrow. I'm just telling you. You're going to have to understand that. You're going to have a hole. All right. Okay, 5-1 I think is easy for you. That was 5-2. Can we turn the page and go to 5-3? Just backside or whatever? Can we just pick, I don't even know, what's on the back? 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah? I'd like to do one of the inequality ones. Are they more on the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, is it 6 and 7? Pick one. 6? Oh, I'm glad you said that. You know what I found out? I did this key this morning. I did not give you enough room. So do 6, but use the whole page, and do 7 where? On the back, okay? All right, we're going to do 6. Matt, will you read it to me?
So inequality of rational
Okay.
and it's 6 over
6 over.
5 minus 3x.
Gotcha. Equals?
2.
2. Okay. Guys, when you solve equations, there's not much to it. Multiply both sides by the common denominator. So here's a 1. What's the common denominator if this is your denominator and that's your denominator? 5 minus 3x. And 5 minus 3x.
Move it over first.
No, you're thinking inequalities. That's why I'm going to do that.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to do this one. 5 minus 3x times this. Okay, you ready, guys? 5 minus 3x, 5 minus 3x, what do they do? What's the answer? 6. There's nothing to cancel, guys. The denominators are both 1. You're going to have to run it through. What's the answer? 10 minus 6x. Got it. Now what? Move the 10 over it. Negative 6x equals what? Got it. Divide by your negative 6. What do you get? Negative 4 over negative 6, which is what? The answer to number, what am I on? Number 6? Yeah. The answer to the equation is 2/3. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm sorry. In the very, very beginning, you were supposed to look at this and say, what can't x be? Remember the domain? X can be anything you want. It just can't be what number? And then you're supposed to look at the denominator and say, negative 5 divided by negative 3 is 5/3. You're right, Matt. Okay. So Matt, he did that in his head. He got that. He's telling you 5/3 can't be the answer because then you get 0 on the bottom. But is that 5/3?
No.
No, that's 2/3. You're okay. You're okay. All right. Now, Julia, you said am I not supposed to move the 2 over? Yes, when it's inequalities. Okay, when we do inequalities, it's going to be 6 minus 5 minus 3x is what? Greater than, less than?
Greater than 2.
Greater than 2? Okay. When you do inequalities, let's get 0 on one side. So it looks like this. Okay? Are you with me? Now, you need to get it to look like one fraction because you know how to graph one fraction, not two fractions. So we're going to get it to be one fraction. So to do that, you need common denominator. So tell me the common denominator.
5 minus 3x.
That number times that number. So it's what? 5 minus 3x, 5 minus 3x. Uh-oh, I did something wrong. Hang on. Okay. 5 minus 3x is the common denominator. The question becomes, how do I get this to look like that?
You multiply it on the other side.
No, but doesn't that already look like that?
Yeah.
So I don't have to do anything. This is just 6 over 5 minus 3x. How do I get the number 1 to look like that? Yeah, you multiply 1 by this number, 5 minus 3x, right? 5 minus 3x. And then I told you to be very careful. If you got a minus in front of your 2, that's a negative 2. So what I do is I go like this. Minus, I just go plus, and I just make it negative. Run it through. Now it's a plus. Plus what?
Negative 10x plus 6.
Negative 10. Then what?
X plus 6. Negative 10x.
No. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Negative 2 times negative 3x is what?
Plus 6x.
Plus 6x. Okay? Are you with me? Did I just lose you? Because I felt like you guys got awfully quiet there. You good? Okay, two fractions with common denominators. Let's just add them together. What do we get? Top plus top.
Negative 4
Yeah, negative 4 what?
plus 6x.
Okay. Over common denominators. Don't touch them. They just stay. 5 minus 3x is greater than 0. Okay. If you remember, we did this I think we did this on Tuesday, guys. We said on your number line, just make a number line down here. And put your 0 on the number line. The 0 comes from up here, the numerator. The numerator, when it equals 0, is the x-intercept. Yeah, so go ahead and say negative 4 plus 6x, when's it 0? We already did this. It's what? It is 2/3. So 2/3 will get you what? 0. There it is. You put 2/3 in, you get 0. What does the denominator give you? Vertical what? Asymptote. So go 5 minus 3x equals 0. Negative 3x equals negative 5. X equals what? So what's 5/3? Your vertical what? Okay, right about here. You don't get an answer, go open circle with it, please. Okay, now, I said, all you got to do is plug numbers on the left of 2/3, in between, and on the outside, you can plug them in. But I also said you can use what?
Calculator.
You can use your calculator, okay? And the first person that gets it punched in and shows me, I'll show you the graph. Punch it in. And remember, use your grouping symbols when you punch this in. Look up here, guys. Right here. You must go like this. Got to go like that. Y equals this divided by this with grouping symbols. Please, please do it. If you think others have to do your work, you'll be lost tomorrow. You got it? Okay. This is what Carter shows me. Something like. Nah, we ran out of time. Sorry about this. This and this. All right. Hey, in between here and here, all positives. In between, outside negative, outside negative. Sorry, look at my answer key. And guess what? I know the snow is coming down, but I also know this. You guys are 17 years old, and I think you can walk through 4 inches of snow, which means you can stay after school and get some help. You don't have to be scared, afraid of the snow. Come on in and put some help.